Here is a clear, chronological life story of Muammar Gaddafi, from birth to death. Birth and early life, 1942 to 1960s. Muammar Mohammed Abu Manyar al-Gaddafi was born on 7 June 1942 near Qasr Abu Hadi, close to Sirte, Libya. He was born into a poor Bedouin family from the Gaddhafi tribe. His father was a goat herder, and Gaddafi grew up in the desert, living a traditional nomadic life. As a child, he received basic Islamic education and later attended school in Sirte and Sebha. During his youth, he was strongly influenced by Arab nationalism, especially by Egypt's President Gamal Abdel Nasser, who promoted Arab unity, independence from Western powers, and socialism. Military training and rise to power, 1960s–1969. Gaddafi joined the Libyan Military Academy in Benghazi, where he trained as an army officer. He later received further military training in the United Kingdom. While still a young officer, he secretly formed a group called the Free Officers Movement, inspired by Nasser's revolution in Egypt. Their goal was to overthrow Libya's monarchy. On 1 September 1969, when Gaddafi was just 27 years old, he led a bloodless military coup that overthrew King Idris I while the king was abroad. Libya became a republic, and Gaddafi emerged as the country's new leader. Rule of Libya, 1969 to 2011, political system. Gaddafi never officially called himself president. Instead, he styled himself as leader of the revolution, brotherly leader and guide. He introduced a unique political ideology outlined in his Green Book, promoting direct democracy through people's committees. Arab nationalism, Islamic socialism. In practice, he held absolute power for over 42 years. Economic and social changes. Under Gaddafi, Libya's oil wealth was nationalized. Education and healthcare became free. Housing and fuel were heavily subsidized. Libya achieved one of the highest living standards in Africa. However, political opposition was banned. Critics were imprisoned, tortured, or executed. Freedom of speech was severely restricted. Foreign policy and conflicts. Gaddafi became known worldwide for his controversial and militant foreign policy, supported revolutionary movements and armed groups across Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. Was accused of sponsoring terrorism. Key incidents include 1986, U.S. airstrikes on Libya under President Ronald Reagan, 1988, Lockerbie bombing, Pan Am Flight 103, killing 270 people. Libya was blamed. In the 2000s, Gaddafi attempted to improve relations with the West, accepted responsibility for Lockerbie, paid compensation to victims' families, abandoned weapons of mass destruction programs. Arab Spring and Civil War, 2011. In February 2011, inspired by the Arab Spring, protests erupted in Libya demanding Gaddafi's removal. Gaddafi responded with violent force, leading to a full-scale civil war. International condemnation. The United Nations authorized NATO to intervene to protect civilians. NATO airstrikes weakened Gaddafi's forces. Death. The 20th of October 2011. On the 20th of October 2011, Gaddafi was captured near Sirte, his hometown, while trying to flee after his convoy was bombed by NATO aircraft. He was pulled from a drainage pipe, beaten by fighters, killed shortly after capture. His death marked the end of his 42-year rule. Legacy. Gaddafi remains one of the most controversial figures in modern African and Middle Eastern history. He is remembered as a revolutionary who challenged Western dominance, a leader who improved Libya's social services, but also as an authoritarian ruler, a violator of human rights, a destabilizing force in the region. His death left Libya politically divided, and the country has struggled with instability ever since.